So here we are, nearly 10 minutes into this cap. So, welcome to the final event of the women's scaled division. I'm not entirely sure where we are in terms of where people are, but what I'll try and do is I'll try and point out when they make that first transition. So this workout is split over 2 parts. The first part, followed by Sadie and Amy. Sadie hit. Let's see what she can do. Rachel here nearest to the camera, she's actually an ex-top class rower, rowing out of Durham Rowing Club, I believe. But yes, probably one of the best rowers in the gym. As you can see by her technique, she's getting that really strong leg drive and then locking her arms in and getting that big strong leg pull. No bend in that core. Sadie on the other side, you can see her strokes a little bit more rushed. Amy's joining on as Charlotte and Rachel make the switch as well. It's hard to say where they're at, but 2 teams are helping with teammates helping with the straps. That's a big part of it. We've got Natalie and Claire in the middle. So we'll see who comes off this rower first. Little breather there after their first few reps, and then it's Moore and Colin at the near side. Slightly faster cycle rate on those deadlifts, and they also seem to be hanging on to that back a little bit longer. Pretty much neck and neck between the two. The big set here from Colin and more. Really, really strong work. The Karate Dog back on their deadlifts. Moore and Colin, after that long set, are having a longer break. How's that going to pan out? Another short break there from Karate Dog. Moore and Colin hitting that bar as well. Taking their time. Let's see where that puts them. There we go. Sadie's first on the rower this time. Big push from the Karate Dog. Colin and Moore slowing down a little bit. That grip starting to go. This is a very grippy workout. A lot of toes to bar, high volume toes to bar, high volume rower. After those shoulders are fatigued, it's tough. Sadie really giving it the beans on this rower. Their attitude that they talked to us about earlier with full send, really, really, really in evidence here. Cunningham taking over. Meanwhile, in the middle, we've got the antisocial club working through their deadlift. And here's Natalie taking on that rower. Natalie and Claire are a little bit of a disadvantage in this workout. The reality is of CrossFit, and it's one of the beauties of it, that there's something for everyone, but not everything's for you. So here we're looking at Claire and T. Claire and Nat, two of the smallest athletes in the gym. And we've got a 50 kilogram worm here. That 50 kilogram worm is probably the same as Natalie lifting up herself. So we're talking a massive body weight percentage there for those two to lift on that worm. And then we've got the rower. And to an extent, you need height. I'm sure you've all watched the boat race at some point, and those people racing in those boats, they're absolute units. Being short of 5'5", 5'6", you are definitely at a disadvantage when it comes to this rower, unless you've got the exemplary technique that someone like Rachel's got. Rachel and Charlotte there, moving on to their third set of these deadlifts. Taking a big deep breath here, sucking it up. Team Buns and Guns, taking their time. Karate Dog over at the other side, working hard to rep it out. And they're on to their final set on the rower, it looks like here. Sadie's strapped in. Sadie and Mad Dog strapped in. Really giving it some lever on this rower. Sadie has really put working on her cardio. She used to be a big dodger of the cardio sessions, but she did the Fast Weekender with me a few weeks ago, which is one of CrossFit TT's big community events where they raise money for the Stroke Foundation. And it was evident there that she'd been putting that work in. She ran well, she rode well, and she was an absolute monster on the ski. So, you know, all that work that she's been putting in is really paying off here as she power through that rower. Amy coming on. Natalie and Claire fighting with those dumbbells on there, like what I believe is their last set as well. Looks like Rachel and Charlotte are going in for their last hit on this row as well. What I think is 18 calories. It looks like Sadie and Amy have finished over in the far corner. I'm not sure what the time is on that. I'm trying to see if I can see the clock for you. 9 minutes and 50 seconds. It seems like Mad Dog and the Karate Kid are finished. Team Karate Dog are all done. It looks like coming into second place is probably going to be Rachel and Charlotte. I'm imagining that the guys here have got a plan to split that rower up. I believe it's 18 calories for the females division. So I'm imagining that Rachel's going to hit a bigger number, let Charlotte get that recovery and get on and smash out this last bit. Charlotte's been really working her lifting lately. Really, really strong. And that power, you can see the drive she's got going here. Little bit of work needed on the technique, but she knows this is the final sprint and the last few calories of the day. DJ deck's broken. And there's team Benton Guns finished it off. Real big finish there from Charlotte Moore and Rachel Collin. Really fought hard all day. And it looks like Claire might be on the final strap here. It looks like Natalie Davison lying down on the floor in a lot of pain. There's Mick. Look at Mick's beautiful face. Mick, give a nice little smile at that camera. Oh, look at him. Cheeky little chappy. He's got a really small head, Mick. They've got little children's beanie hats in the shop that you can buy. Mick likes to wear them. Look at him. He's a little rascal. We've got two teams left on the floor. Claire Taylor and Natalie. They look to be finishing off. And then the Antisocial Club in that lane too. Looking like they're really pushing hard to get this finished in under this cap. I think it's about 11 and a half minutes or 12 and a half minutes gone. Well then, Charlotte. Hard. And here we go, the Antisocial Club, they're making their last stand. It's their last part. They're hitting this rower. They've got just under 3 minutes to hit these calories. Just under 3 minutes to hit these calories. They've really, really worked hard, these two. And here's their final transition of the day. They should be in no danger on this time cap here. Some monster work from the pair of them. Big push through those legs, big pull through those arms. You can hear everybody in here is just willing them on. Everyone wants everyone to finish this workout. Really, really strong work from all of our teams in the female scale division, which will come to a close in just under 2 minutes' time. There we go. Massive round of applause. Every team under the cap, and you can't ask for more than that. Massive effort, and we'll have to see what happens at the podium later on, but really, really strong work from all of our teams. We'll now be setting up for the first heat in the female RX division, which will also include 2 members of the male scale team. So I will be off, and then I will be coming back once I've introduced these teams. And then that should be at around 1:30 p.m. So, ladies and gents, we are just waiting for our final judge on the floor here. So, we've got the female RX final going on, and then the first two competitors in the men's scaled division. So, this men's scaled division, let's have a little look. I'll see if I can give you an update on what's going on. So, in the men's scaled division, lastminute.com, who are actually competing. Because this one here was meant to start at 1:30, so I took my beer on a bit too. So. Oh no! Nah, man, sound we should be, we should be sort of in the middle. We should be let through, we should be in that middle bar. So if you're short enough to use the short one, you should be sound to use it. So, ladies and gentlemen, we've got here the women's RX division and one of the last hits of the men's scaled. So actually, the team there in lane number 2 from the camera doing the hanging knee raises, just going on to the shoulder bells. That's John Donison and 1 second, I'll get my John Donison. And what's John Donison's partner called? The bald lad in the middle doing the shoulder press. Matty Jensen. So we've got John Donison and Matty Jensen as lastminute.com there, with John going on to those knee raises. Currently they are 3 points ahead of the Bad Brother Muckers of Dan Nolan and Simon Marsh, or Stephen Marsh maybe. Unfortunately, I haven't prepared myself with the team names, which is my own fault. But it's the first time I've ever done this, so I will love it and learn. So back up on that bar. So nearest to the camera here, you've got Reese and Nick. They're currently tied in 4th place. They're only 1 point behind 3rd, so they do have a chance of making up some ground here in this event. Reese last time out competed in the RX category, where he was with, I believe, Ian Murray, part of Team Woomu, who are currently in the RX division. But it's really, this is a pretty close heat. Reese and Nick have made their switch, their transition. John Johnson's still pulling away on this rower. Meanwhile, over in the RX category, Carly Hall and Lucy must be approaching their last round or so. A lot of close spots for the girls as well, getting all this press through the shoulders. Lucy breaking up her set. There we go, Carly onto the ground to overhead. Well, sorry, shoulder to overhead. Lifts. Oh, sorry, clean and jerks. A little bit of coordination needed here from the pair of them. Looks like they're going singles. We've seen in the demonstrations earlier that we were having touch and goes, but this is 50 kilos. So depending on where you split that bag, you're looking at about 30 kilos for one, 25 for the other. And that's how Lucy and Carly are looking to approach it. Meanwhile, that looked very easy from our 3rd team. Look at the speed at which Reese and Nick are hitting those deadlifts. You can see that John Lee there telling them just to push those hips through on that bar, on that worm, apologies. Not fully extending the hips, will get a no rep, but it is very hard to grip the worm, particularly if you've got broad shoulders. Meanwhile, Matty and John are back on that rower again. Looks like Carly and Lucy are over onto their first round on the rower as well after hitting those clean and jerks. Apologies, I wasn't watching, so I don't know who's made the first stint, but it looks like it was Lucy. So it looks like Carly's on for her second stint. Meanwhile, the Alpha Elites really fighting with their worm. The serial killers having a little breather as they're getting it up. This worm is a real villain sometimes. Marty Jensen kneeling down. Has really been sending it on this rower. Matty and John know going into this. Reese and Nick, they've just finished. They put a strong time between them. There go the athletes onto the rower. And there's Lucy and Carly also onto the rower. You can see the fatigue setting in over with Lucy on the far side. Look how far her chest coming forward. She's lost that straightness in the back, but sometimes when it gets to the end of a workout like this, you've just got to bite down on your gum shield and leave it all on the floor. And I think it's safe to say that's what she's doing. Lucy and Carly are the Formula Games defending champions, and it has to be said, they came back with the intent of winning again, and they look well on course to do so. Meanwhile, in the rest of the women's division, the athletes and the serial killers are neck and neck, 9 points each going into the final round. It really does mean everything for every rep. The athletes also came second last time out. This time they have a different foe, a different competition, but looks like they're looking for the same result here. The serial killers are working hard here. The athletes were really fighting that first set. There's 2 minutes left. There's not long left. Just over 1 minute remaining. Just over 1 minute remains. 30 seconds or so to go. And there's Carly finished inside the cap. It looks like Carly and Lucy have finished. And it looks like the athletes. It looks like the athletes might have secured their second position, but we will have to find out when we get to the official scores. It looks like this worm was just one step too far for the serial killers. But what an awesome effort from all three of our female RX teams. Absolutely tremendous performance. They should be extremely proud of themselves. I'm sure they are. Very, very good. So I'm unfortunately going to have to leave you for this next one because I will be warming up. But please do enjoy heat number 4, which will be your SR1 CrossFit Sunderland, the Fraser Cabbage Heat, the Bad for the Muckers, and Universal Credit. So please do stand by for heat 4, which will be taking place very, very shortly. So welcome back to our final hit, workout 3. That basically, I've lost me uploads just died. 1 second. So SR1 Sunland, nearest to the camera, they're on 13 points. Bad for the Mothers in the middle lane are on 11 points. And lastminute.com, who are in the first heat, they are on 8 points. So really, there is a chance of some change here on the podium. And the lead is in sight. So it could be a really interesting finish in this division.
Scores, and the scores were on a minute to actually flick them all off. But me and Sadie definitely would. Oh, how cute is it? What's the phrase called? What's the how cute is that? I said to Matthew, I said, I've never won anything like this. I won balls on this.